VirtualBox, how can I add, mount, ISO image file from command line? There used to be a VirtualBox command with this syntax. So attaching, inserting a CD/DVD was as easy as. But now this command has disappeared. I searched in the VirtualBox manual and found the storage attach command, which has a reference to storage-ecto. Unfortunately, those manual sections lack examples, and neither one mentions ISO files. I also looked through the VirtualBox forum, but couldn't find a solution that worked for me. The closest I found said this: once you have the controller in place with storage-ecto or via the GUI, take a look at Spock's Manage Storage Attach. I am not sure what to do. How can I mount an ISO to a VirtualBox VM in a newer version without the control.detach syntax?
First of all, check if you have any CD/DVD drive installed, whether empty or not. Note the use of the find command to filter results. 1. Is there any empty CD/DVD drive? Congratulations, you have found a possible empty CD/DVD drive. So you can attach your ISO to it, but in order to face the worst scenario, let's show another way to find your CD/DVD drive, if installed. 2. Locate the name of your VM. Three. List its storage controllers. Note the find command to filter too much output data. 4. Show its attached devices. This one is empty, so there are no device controllers, whether hard disks or CD/DVD drives. SATA 0,0 has the virtual disk, and SATA 1,0 is empty. First number between parentheses is known as type, second one is device, so it should be the CD/DVD drive. Five. Let's attach an ISO image file, Office 2013, for example, to it. No results on screen means OK. To remove the ISO, keeping the CD/DVD drive controller. For the case there is no empty CD/DVD drive controller installed, VirtualBox should add a new one to an existing controller, assumed we choose a not occupied port/device, for example for the SATA controller. Note we used port 5 and for the ID controller. Note we used 0,0, this is the first port and first device. If we want to remove, destroy, any of the devices, example for the last ID one. The ISO image gets unmounted at the same time of executing this command. Finally, if we want to create a new controller instead of using the existing ones, example for a SATA controller that we will name SATA 3. And maybe removing it later. If the name is not enough, could have been changed. To figure out what kind of controller is it, try. As we can see, controller named I, number 0, is a PX4 device, ID, and the one named SATA, number 1, is an Intel C, SATA. Note, ID controllers accept possible image files at 4 configurations, 0,0, 0,1, 1,0, and 1,1. Choose the one that is not occupied. SATA controllers accept 30. These parameters can be configured on VM properties. Remember that, in both cases, count starts at 0, not 1. Note 2, some devices can be created during VM execution, running, depending on the operating system and device. For example, SATA devices can be created on runtime for Windows 7 VMS. Anyway, an ISO CD/DVD image file can always be inserted on runtime in any empty medium. You can check running VMS by doing. Thanks to @31415 and @Danielb for their comments and info.
Manage the ID controller. In case the VM doesn't have an ID controller, you can use the storageectal command to add one. Attach a disk image file. Here's a sample syntax you can use to attach a CD/DVD image file. Detach a disk image file. To detach an image file, the syntax is similar, you just need to replace the file path with none. The type parameter can be omitted. Further reading. VirtualBox manage.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.